Welcome to Ranchi in Jharkhand, where we have the final round of National Under 11 Girls 2026. On your screen is the young talent Pritika Nandi. She is 9 years old and she's smiling in front of the camera right before the game. She is leading the tournament currently with 9 out of 10, half a point ahead of the field. Her opponent Teesha Byadwal receives a lot of wishes from other players, and Tisha is on 8 points. There's one more player on 8.5. So Pritika, although she's played really well in this tournament and is leading, the last round is critical. If she manages to win this, then she would be the champion, no questions asked. If she draws this game, then she could face a potential tie break if on board 2 we have Madhu Shri who manages to win her game. For now, all eyes on this top board clash. Both the girls closing their eyes, remembering the powers that they wish to remember before the game. And we have 90 minutes plus 30 seconds increment, a handshake, and off we go. Let's see what Pritika plays. She opens the game with pawn to d4. On our channel, we already have one game from this tournament of Pritika versus Anvi from round 6, and she had opened d4 in that game as well. So it's possible that Teesha has come well prepared. By the way, Teesha is from Rajasthan while Pritika is from Maharashtra. e6 played, and now let's see what Pritika does. She goes pawn to g3. She is going for the Catalan setup with bishop g2, knight f3 and castles. Her opponent plays pawn to d5 in the center and knight comes out to f3. It's interesting that at a young age, these girls are playing openings like Catalan where you can give up a pawn for compensation. Now check. You can play bishop d2. And that's what Pritika does. She plays her bishop to d2. And now you can see Teesha coming back to the d6 square. She hasn't left the bishop yet. Bishop d6 played. Interesting choice. And Pritika goes bishop g2. She wants to castle, maybe queen c2. c6 played. That's a solid move. Now, d takes c4 and b5 can be an idea in this position, but Pritika doesn't really mind it. She castles here. She's asking her opponent, if you want to take this pawn, go ahead, and takes it. Teesha takes the pawn. Okay, this makes the game very interesting. Now, one move is to play a4 in order to stop b5 ideas, but queen c2 played and attacking the pawn on c4. Now, if you simply castle, then after queen takes c4, white is slightly better. So b5 protects the pawn on c4. I'm interested to see how Pritika continues. She goes pawn to a4, hitting this structure. Bishop comes to b7. And now pawn to e4 with the idea of pushing e5 here. We have bishop going back to e7, which is the best move there. And now often white plays the move b3, giving up another pawn to play against these pawns on the queen side. So rook e1 played by Pritika, knight bd7. Teesha has played this opening very well. And b3. So Pritika is aware of these ideas. And now taking makes the most sense. But knight b6, this is not a great move because you get the move a5 in. So like generally you take and play the move b4. And then, you can't really take this pawn because of queen b6. So this would have been a nice way to continue, but knight b6 and now a5, a good move by Pritika. Pawn takes pawn to make square for the knight to come to c4. And queen takes b3. And now, of course, knight c4. That's the point. And you attack the bishop, you attack the pawn, but a6. a6 is the nice intermezzo, nice move there. She plays pawn to a6, attacking the bishop. The bishop comes back to c8. And now what do you do about this bishop? Maybe bishop b4. She goes knight e5. Wow, what a move, by the way. If you take on d4, then bishop c3 might be her idea. And if you take here, I have d takes e5. But maybe knight d7 and black is doing very okay. But instead she takes on d2. Maybe not the best move here. Taking on e5 was much better, knight d2. And now this time you can't take on d4 because knight c6 is hanging. e7 under pressure, the bishop unleashes. So let's see what Teesha plays. The best move is bishop d7, but she's tempted. She takes the pawn. And Pritika now has both her knights hanging, but knight takes c6 is the move. Although you have to calculate queen takes d2. She has 1 minute, 1 hour, 12 minutes. And she doesn't think so much. She has her move ready, knight c6. Okay, very interesting. Queen takes d2. What's your plan? Now, Teesha is a piece up. But the move here is the very, very beautiful rook a d1. And now the queen is almost trapped. You can see there are no squares here. So it has to go to the other side. But once the queen has to go there, it's away from all the happenings. Oh, she puts her queen back on d2. And writes that the queen is touched. She plays queen g5. And now the best move is knight takes e7. Pritika is playing incredibly well. All the best moves. King takes. And now e5 is a very, very good move. Pushes the pawn, attacks the rook, attacks the knight. Okay, knight d5 seems like the logical move to play. But I think she has calculated that after here, bishop takes d5, which you must play. E takes d5. And now queen takes d5. With the threat of attacking the rook in the corner. Okay, the bishop can't go here. It goes to e6, but you have queen check and then picking up this rook. That's the problem. Yes, check, king goes back. This is hanging. You could argue that bishop f5 was better, but then again, this would lead to a mate. So, bishop e6, queen b7. I think there's no draw here to be taken. Bishop d7. And now queen takes d7 is possible, but rook d7 is just mating. Rook takes, king e6. And of course, Teesha knows that this is all over. Queen e6 is possible. Oof, the lights go out. And now they are back. It was so nice of Teesha to actually stop the clock there for her opponent. Rook d6 check. And now, after king f5, it's a mate in 1 with queen e4 or queen d7. Both lead to a mate in 1. Pritika goes for another way. She goes queen f3 check. And after queen f4, you simply take on f4. I actually loved this game by Pritika. She managed to play some very interesting ideas in the Catalan. She gave up this pawn with on c4, then b3, then played this knight e5 move, which wasn't the most accurate. Teesha could have gotten the advantage there, but she made a mistake. She went for material, and then catching the black king in the center, showing great instincts of bringing the rook to d1. And with this, Pritika becomes the national under-9 champion with a score of 10 out of 11. You can see the joy on her face. 2 draws, 9 wins. Absolutely amazing performance by her. We do have some very nice footages from the venue by Tushar, who was there, who went to cover for ChessBase India. And he actually, the moments that you can see once Pritika goes outside are really, really beautiful. She meets her dad, she meets the other parents cheer, and I think I'll leave you with that footage to enjoy the entire atmosphere of what it's like to become a national champion.
जय महाराष्ट्र जय महाराष्ट्र प्राउड ऑफ यू बेटा गुड जॉब बहुत बढ़िया वेरी गुड बेटा वेरी गुड प्रीतम भाई जय शिवाजी पापा जी का झंडा लहराना है बोलो पापा लहरे का है पापा खुशी से जो हाथ में गए समझ लिए कांग्रेचुलेशन भैया सबको अभी फ्लाइट टिकट फ्री है नहीं पुणे में चलो इधर का कैसे अरे बहुत बढ़िया एक फोटो ऐसे भी ले लो आ जाओ भाई खड़े हो जाओ देख ये अरे सीधा सब लोग आ जाओ साइड में आ जाओ आजा बेटा ले कर मम्मा को विक्ट्री भी कर सकते हैं
यस कर रहा हूँ
डिजर्विंग है बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया मजा आ गया भाई मजा आ गया जय महाराष्ट्र का नाम आ गया चैंपियन
Sir, can you share your immediate thoughts after her victory?
And I think grateful for the organization of this tournament. Very well organized. We came here to experience because this is our first year in Under-9.
This is her first year
First
and
year, 2018 born. So we just thought to come here and see where we are basically
okay.
in that Under-9 category, so that we can prepare for next year. That was our motto for this year, and I told her that we will try to finish in top 10 or top 20,
Okay.
so that we can play next. But I think thankful to organization, all the parents, my friends, and all those opponents who Pritika plays in Pune. They actually make her strong. So thank you. Yes. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And Pritika, how are you feeling? Last round also you managed to win your game in your winning style. How are you feeling right now? Good? Okay.
We'll come to sir.
Yes.